Hi, friends. I'm going to read to you something written by Steve Martin in response to his receiving an award by People magazine for being one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world. He puts on a narcissist hat and performs this beautifully. And this resonates with me because because of my high empathy, fall particularly prey very quickly, less and less over time, but quickly to the charm of the narcissist. And it's something that it's a lesson that I've been learning over and over again. You can be involved with an overt narcissist, and those are very easy to spot. And then there are covert narcissists, and those are harder to recognize. And then there are spiritual narcissists, so people who wear a hat of enlightenment in some way. Your spiritual teachers can be very dangerous narcissists, and I think that you can have varying degrees. We all have narcissistic tendencies. We can all children are narcissists, but most of us, I would hope, grow out of that and learn to think outside of our own heads and in the best interest of others from time to time. So anyhow, this struck me as very, very funny. It's funny because it's painful. So anyhow, here I go. Okay, from People magazine 5/20/03, in which Steve Martin was listed as one of the most 50 beautiful people in the world. It's very hard being one of the most beautiful people. Having this kind of beauty is actually a burden. Sometimes I go to a party and not one of the other 49 most beautiful people is there. That makes me feel very solitary and alone, because it means I am the most beautiful person in the room. If I'm going to a party where I know there will be less beautiful people, I try to dress down in order to hide my beauty, but this seems to have a counter effect of actually making me more beautiful. I guess me and dungarees are a pretty potent combination. I try not to lord my beauty over others. This is very hard. I try not to mention that I am one of the most beautiful people, but somehow it always comes out. I will usually only bring it up when I'm asked to do a task like opening a garage door. People seem to enjoy my beauty and are genuinely happy for me, because after I mention it, they always say, "How nice for you." So, as I have been reading and trying to not have these things happen to me over and over again, because I'm tired of learning the lesson, I read something compelling recently, and it said the best, I was trying to learn how to forgive, like how do you forgive a narcissist? And the major question, like the biggest revenge, if you want to put it that way, and forgiveness can be a way of, not revenge, but a way of letting go. The best thing you can do is self-care. That after giving of yourself, more of yourself than the other party, for so long, when you become free from that kind of dynamic, which really serves one person, in the end at least, you feel like you're serving yourself because you're doing a good thing. The best thing you can do is self-care. So that is what I have been doing ever since February of this year, is self-care. And that is how Flora was born. So that is why I have been drawing and painting all of these flowers. And that's why I'm teaching this class. Flora is all about forgiveness and self-care. And Flourishing, which happened the year previous, is all about writing your fears, becoming a friend to your fears, bringing them inside, taking care of them, and saddling that horse. Think of fear as one of your rides. You've got a stable full of horses. And you have strong horses, you have young horses, you have old horses, you have horses that are recovering from injury, you have horses that are mostly insecure, you have horses who are brave and daring and bold and cavalier, and you have horses who are mostly afraid. And on a day where you are facing something that is intimidating, you got to saddle up that horse, the one that's afraid, and you reach out and are compassionate. You give it extra long strokes. You speak gently to it. You coo to it. You whisper to it. You encourage that horse that's an extension of you that needs encouragement. And then you say, I know you're scared, but we're going to do this together. And then you go off and you do your thing. That is the metaphor. That's how I think of. Like, I hear the voice that says, I'm scared. I hear you. And you should be scared. Everything that you've told me about why you are, I'd be scared too. That's good. So don't fuck your fear. That's mean. That's like, saying to the little kid in you who was afraid, fuck you. You don't say that. You say, come sit on my lap and let's read a story about courage. That's how you do it. That's how I do it. It's not the right way, it's my way, right now. So, anyway, I'm done preaching. I have so much work to do. I'm flipping out, and I just needed a break. Love to you all. See you tomorrow.